My name is Hofer. I've been a mental coach for about 9 years now, and my background is in sports. I started as a basketball player, and then I became a basketball coach, and after a while my love for the mental part kind of took over. So I gradually started working more and more with players on the mental parts. It obviously started with basketball players, then kind of flew over to football players and basketball teams and football teams, and then eventually I found myself working with esports teams. A lot of the things that we work on in sports is the same as in esports when it comes to how to handle pressure, how to prepare, how to handle the reflection that goes on afterwards, how to handle frustration when you made mistakes. Those are general things, but what helps is when you can pinpoint exactly in-game, this is when you need to work on that. When you get that understanding, you can help them more.
Jens has definitely helped me with my anger issues and letting things go, like such as if I do a bad play, I might think about it the whole game. Now it's more like I have to think forward, and getting better and better each and every session we have. So
there is exercise in it now. We get up earlier, we do exercise. There is breakfast available, which we eat in the morning. There is catering with food that's actually nutritious and healthy and have nutrition that will last for all day. And then we have the walkthroughs where we go through the theoretical parts in detail, what we want to work on. And then we have the individual development when it comes to the mental parts. And we have the team development when it comes to the communication and the team-based stuff.
He just brings a lot of structure in a lot of different ways, like important things to do. Mostly like outside of the game and how to prepare for the big game and how to practice working out more and just a better overall health for everyone in the team, so you can put in these long hours to play.
You change a lot of things, and I think it's a little bit of frustrating start, but at the same time you notice it different kind of fast, so you want to keep doing it. So how we speak, how we talk to each other, how we prepare for each and every game, how we exercise, food-wise, everything like that. Yeah, it's been a big change.
So we take it step by step, and we want to gradually up that so that they are physically fit enough to actually get through the days with energy. So that's one part of it. The other part is obviously working on the mental parts. So we have the individual parts where I work with them individually. We have sessions where they work on their individual needs, so they work on that stuff. And then we have the team elements where I have sessions with the whole team. And then we go through things that we work, the goals that we work on for the day. And then obviously I follow the games and follow the practice and give feedback on that as well. We're always working long term. So right now our main thing is communication. We want to get a steady communication flow no matter how frustrated are. Whether you're dead or not in game, we want to get that steady communication flow so that we can get like a consistent flow in the game and get to a consistent level of playing.
The reason I think it's been a rise with esports psychologists lately is I think it's becoming so competitive right now, and I think really people need to get control over their emotions and really being able to handle them in correct ways, especially during big tournaments and under a lot of pressure, to really practice on those areas. And just like any kind of football or hockey, you have psychologists working with the team, and we're getting to that point as well.
We go through the things that we want to work on. I go through my stuff that has more to do with the mental things, and Threat goes through the tactical stuff. And then we go into game, and I'm on TeamSpeak. So a really, really important thing for me is to be able to actually watch the game and hear how they communicate, because then I know which parts have worked and which parts we still need to work on. And then we talk in between.
Jens helps me with the pressure by making me think the right way in game, like focus on the most important parts instead of being frustrated and think what I did wrong. Instead I think what I can do to help my team.
So the first thing that I noticed was the quality of our practices wasn't high enough where I thought that we needed to be to actually get to the top. So quality in the things that we do is something that we needed to work on. And then the second thing that I observed was communication, both communication in-game and outside of game. We need to work on that as a whole, so that's a fluid thing continuously that we have every day. It was more of not coming prepared, not being ready to actually working on the things that we need to work on to get improvement, and not having structured goals to work on. So basically it was just showing up and doing the best that they can do at the moment, which sometimes would go great if they would flow into it. But sometimes if they didn't naturally flow into it, the practices would go really bad. So that's where we want to get the stability. We want to have every practice at a high level, at a stable level.
He tells you what you need to work on, especially individually, so you can, if you have weaknesses, we all do have weaknesses and things we need to work on, and he points that out and makes sure that we work on them.
The biggest difference is the physical aspect. Obviously, regular sports, the physical aspects are much more demanding. But in esports, the mental aspects, I think, are more demanding because it's longer days and much more demanding when it comes to being able to focus for longer times of periods. When it comes to being professional, I don't think there's a difference. I think they're both equally professional when it comes to that, and they're both equally demanding when it comes to how much you have to work, how much you have to practice, and how hard you actually have to work out actually to get to the point where you want to be. Everything is more structured now, I think, than it was before. And judging from the guys right now, they're responding to it really well, and I think they see the benefits of it already.
We've learned a lot from Jens, and we're still making progress. It's a long process, but we're all excited to be working with him.